We will pick things up again with competition on the parallel bars. Here are the 8 student athletes who will be contesting this final.
Representing Egypt, Mohamed Afifi. Representing Canada, William Emma. For the Republic of Korea, Moon Kyanyang. Top scorer in the qualification, representing Japan, Oka Shinosuke. Representing Switzerland, Jan Merwal. Representing Japan, Tsunogai Tomoharu. Representing Australia, Jesse Moore. Representing Turkey, Altan Doğan. Thank you.
Amidst this crowd of 8, the gold, silver, and bronze medalists to be on the men's parallel bars. Here is a look at the finalists. We will start things off with Mohamed Afifi of Egypt. 6 times an African champion. He is the reigning parallel bars champion of his continent. And something of a surprise to see William Emar of Canada, who will perform second in the lineup. He comes in for Mattia Pifaretti of Switzerland. It's also another chance to see the very talented Moon Kyanyang of the Republic of Korea, the 7th strongest qualifier. And then, of course, there is the Olympic all-around champion in Oka Shinosuke. Oka, the top qualifier to this final. And that's just the first half of what we are going to see on parallel bars. A bit later on, a chance to see the likes of European medalist Ian Rowell of Switzerland, as well as Jesse Moore of Australia, a real up-and-comer on the world scene. He's been thoroughly impressive in World Cup competition already this year. And so good were the Japanese on this apparatus that they actually took the top 4 spots in qualification. Of course, only 2 per country are allowed to participate in the final. So we have no Kawakami Shohei, the 3rd strongest, nor do we have Hashimoto Daiki. We do have, as something of a surprise, William Emar coming in for Mattia Pifaretti of Switzerland. Emar already with 2 bronze medals at this competition.
Yes, one wonders with William Emar what more bonus territory there could be, because he's had such a magnificent games. He probably will come in and attack this with so much confidence. He's looked absolutely the real deal, a big contender.
There is a sense of next level to what he has shown here in Germany. He's always been one of the top talents in Canada. And yet, having gone through the Olympic qualification process at the World Championships in 2023, and then the Pan American Games right after that, and then finally the Olympic run, so positive for the Canadian men, and for him in particular.
It's funny, isn't it, how sometimes things just click for athletes, and they appear to us, watching on from the outside, as though some sort of magical alchemic practice has occurred. But the reality is that he will have been doing goodness knows what in the gym day after day after day after day. Maybe making some small changes here and there, changes that might be training based, they might be technical, they might be psychological, they might be a combination of all of them, anything. It won't be accidental.
And it's great to see him looking so good just 1 year after the Olympic Games. Quite often, especially when the preparation has been very intense, gymnasts take well-deserved time off. They're out of the gym, they're on vacation, they're pursuing other aspects of their lives. And it can take time to come back and look at the top of your form. But whatever he has been doing has worked because, well, he just looks so good.
Yes, he's definitely not been out of the gym.
Nor has he.
And it's very hard, isn't it, to actually build upon being the Olympic champion. It's a strange thing to suggest because for him, the Olympic title, as it does for some people, has come before World Championship success, even before World Championship appearance.
It was astonishing, the rise of Oka Shinosuke at the senior level. Now, at the age of 15, he was the world champion at the junior level. That was back in 2019. And then he sort of disappeared from the international scene for a few years, just stayed in Japan, competed domestically, did fairly well there, but also had some coaching changes and a very significant injury, but came in 2024 and was just incredible throughout the entire season.
Let's begin the men's parallel bars final. Thank you for your company wherever you're watching from today. The last day of artistic gymnastics at the World University Games of 2025 and the penultimate day of Rhine-Ruhr 2025 in its entirety.
2.1, 3 points. Now we are ready to start this next final. A round of applause for the gymnast from Egypt,
Mohamed Afifi, the reigning champion of Africa on this apparatus. He is from the great city of Alexandria and attends Alexandria University. 6th best in qualification.
He starts off the routine with a front flip, perhaps ever so slightly slow going up to the handstand afterwards. That's going to be a deduction of about 1/10 of a point. Any walking in handstand that we see on parallel bars. And that, of course, the unintentional dismount, a full mark, plus any difficulty that he would have been attempting there. Let's take another look. Back toss with a quarter turn. Just didn't get the right kick.
It can be so difficult to restart, and he is finding that at the moment. This is a very high-quality gymnast on the parallel bars. He's been a medalist at World Cup level, including all of his, or added to all of his African Championship success. 6 gold medals at the African Championships. Remarkable.
And something is clearly wrong here. Only he will know exactly what's going on, but this is highly uncharacteristic from him.
I think that's really well put, Blythe. It is really uncharacteristic of him. It's not a fair way for us to provide assessment on this gentleman's career. He's so much more than that. He knows he's so much more than that, and those of you who watch a lot of gymnastics know he's so much more than that. He had a tough day today, and we feel really sorry for him. You don't become a 6-time champion of Africa by accident. You become it by being a great gymnast. Just puffs his cheeks and will want to put that one behind him.
Sometimes you just need to draw a line under it and go on.
There are some sports where you can have a bad first 5 minutes and still win the match fantastically. There are some sports that give you the chance to turn things around after a tricky beginning. Gymnastics isn't one of them. Not in an apparatus final, maybe in an all-around or a team, but not in an apparatus final. It is all or nothing. Getting a very warm reaction from the crowd. Unfortunately, the number is 8.9. Now to a late appearance of William Emar, coming in as a reserve for Mattia Pifaretti. Already 3 times on the podium at these games.
This is a very difficult mount sequence. He's going to shoot his legs straight up to the ceiling, what we call a clear hip circle. Well done, with quarter turn. And on he goes.
And didn't it look effortless?
It really did. The timing on that can be very difficult if you don't get it just right. But he has just been on. The Healy turn. And the front straddle. Sami.
William Emar, whatever you've been doing lately, keep it to yourself and keep doing it. Keep it a secret from everyone else, because something is very, very right. He's a joy to watch. Look at him. He's thrilled when he gets out there. It's one of the best things in any sport, seeing an athlete finding form.
To come in with such little notice and give a performance like that is really spectacular. And medal or not, he's going to be very proud of himself. One hopes, the way that he's comported himself here in all kinds of situations.
Sometimes you get the sense of gymnasts being a little fatigued and ready for an event to come to an end. With William Emar, you sort of get the feeling he'd still be in this arena at 4 o'clock in the morning. 13.6, very close to his qualification score. He looks like he's ready for the next edition of the games to start tomorrow. He should be happy. I think a lot needs to be said about the promise of this young man, Moon Gon-young, the 19-year-old who has stood out in the Republic of Korea team. 7th best in qualification for this final.
And this will be a completely different test for him compared to floor exercise, where he displayed what he can do so beautifully. That was especially gorgeous. A double tuck between the rails, known as a bell in gymnastics lingo. That too was effortless. The front straddle somi. Here's his bavsar. You know, it is a different test, parallel bars, than floor exercise. And frankly, he has aced both of them. Just the dismount, uprise, double front. Wow!
He's a delight. His skill definition is beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
That's a serious young gymnast right there.
Yes, completely.
Not hugely well known. Those of you watching this might be saying in years to come, I was there when he made his breakout performance.
Not hugely well known now, but he is going to be after this competition. Both of the somersaulting elements in this routine, the double tuck between the rails, but also this dismount. Look at how he keeps his knees completely, perfectly together. Even at the elite level, it is rare to find a gymnast who can execute that like that.
His execution score in qualifying was 8.466. It'll be interesting to see the number in the final. 14.433 and 8.833 for execution. Moon Gong-young is in the gold medal position and he's gained almost 4/10 of a mark. It is entirely feasible that that could win a medal. We go to the top qualifier, Orka Shinosuke. The Japanese gymnast who won a bronze medal on this apparatus at the Olympic Games. It's not the most remembered of his performances in Paris because he won 3 gold medals, but it was Japan's 600th medal at the Olympic Games or Olympic Winter Games combined. So a special one for his nation. He scored almost 15 in qualifying. Ooh.
Very smooth sequence of elements using the underswing. That's called a makutsu, really an element done in 2 parts that have to be quite seamless. Good setup for his front straddle somi. Fantastic control throughout this exercise.
Quite mesmerizing. 9.266, the execution score in qualification. The last Japanese man to win 3 gold medals in one Olympic Games in gymnastics was Kato Sawao in 1972 in Munich. About some of the execution early on.
The first element was slightly iffy. We'll have to wait and see what the judges do with it. There did seem to be a hesitation heading up into the handstand. And that, of course, carries a deduction, but we might find that it's quite a slight one, especially given how good the rest of this exercise was.
Orca Shinosuke scores 14.533. It's down by 4/10 from qualification. 8.833 for execution versus 9.266 in the preliminary round. He picks up the bonus for sticking the dismount, and that's important because that takes him ahead of Moon Gon-young by 1/10. Otherwise, they would have been tied completely, execution and difficulty, for gold. So you were right, Blythe. He just had enough with the execution of the rest of the routine. Warm-ups going on for the second half. To come, we have Ian Raubal of Switzerland, Tsunagai Tomoharu of Japan, the junior world champion on the apparatus, Jesse Moore, the reigning Oceania all-around champion, Altan Doğan of Turkey. And he has been the junior Balkan champion. Now, it looks as though most people are handling the correct direction in which to go. It's a painful one if you do go in the opposite way from everyone else. Still to come, we have the women's floor final and the men's horizontal bar. I'm trying to concentrate on the warm-ups for these parallel bar routines, but in front of me is a giant falcon and Kim Boy dancing. Literally right in front of us, and it's a rather surreal experience, actually. And also, added to that, Blythe Lawrence is dancing right next to me as well. Everyone seems to know the moves to this apart from me. Is there some class you all went to that I didn't?
All attempts to get Ollie Hogben to dance here have been futile.
And will continue to be for the rest of my career. Right, we've all settled down. The last time he performed in a big parallel bars final in Germany, it went very well.
Wasn't that long ago either.
Just a couple of months ago, this gentleman won silver at the European Championships in Leipzig.
Representing Switzerland, für die Schweiz.
Ian Raubal of Pennsylvania State University in the USA, where he reads biomedical engineering, but he was born in Fellenden near Zurich. Silver medalist on this apparatus here in Germany at the European Championships 2 months ago.
And that was really his coming out party as a major international competitor. He had several bulging discs in his back that hampered him being able to go for the Swiss Olympic preparation back in 2024. But he's emerged as a real, well, a threat for medals at every competition he's been in. Excellent.
Ian Raubal. The Swiss have been very high profile at these games in artistic gymnastics. He's been winning collegiate competitions on the parallel bars and the horizontal bar in the United States of America, which is incredibly difficult to do.
It is very competitive in the USA. They do have men from all over the world competing in their intercollegiate system. And one of the things that makes this routine so good is the intricacy of the pirouetting skills that he opts to perform. A routine composed of 8 skills in total these days, including the dismount. It's a very nice double front and a great stick as well. That will help a lot.
Very consistent work from Ian Raubal. He can't always compete at the Swiss Championships because of his commitments in the United States. 13.9, that's a little better, a few hundred stronger than qualification. He's currently in the bronze medal position with Moon ahead of him and Orca ahead of him. As we mentioned earlier, the top 4 at the end of the preliminary stage were all Japanese. Every single one of their gymnasts mastered this apparatus. And he was the second best of them. 3rd and 4th, naturally, did not make it into the final due to the 2 per country rule. Tsunogai Komaharu of Juntendo University, the same university as Hashimoto Daiki. He went to the same high school as well, Funabashi Municipal High School, famous for its success in sport.
And there are some who believe that he might play a big role in future national teams for Japan. He made a great impression at the Junior World Championships 2 years ago, and now is really making his first forays into major senior international competition. He's got strength, flexibility, and no small amount of elegance. This is a routine that flows very well, one element straight into the next.
That dismount almost looks like it's in slow motion. Very easy to watch, and yet full of compelling power. He's a lovely gymnast. He's a very stylish gentleman.
Elements done from an underswing, that increases the difficulty. And the giant element with full turn, also deceptively difficult, because done by him, it just looks easy.
Again, one would imagine this will be among the best execution scores that we've seen.
The only thing you could ask more of is on the dismount, but it's a hop that costs a tenth of a point.
So far, 2 have picked up the bonus for sticking the dismount, including his teammate Orka Shinosuke. The other was Ian Raubal. He leads 14.79 for execution. Best execution score we've seen. Even without the 0.1 bonus, he goes ahead of Orka Shinosuke. So we have 2 left. It's Japan 1 and 2. Jessie Moore of the University of Canberra, and a World Cup medalist quite recently on the parallel bars. 5th best in qualification.
He was ever so slightly off on the clear hip circle mount, but boy did he make the correction quickly. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, goodness. He did look settled into the routine.
Just glanced at his hand.
Gosh.
Astonished.
Take another look at it. Very odd. Don't really see it coming.
He has clearly got such good form, such lovely technique. Fell victim there to a most unexpected moment. And it's another example of what we were saying earlier, that gymnastics does this. It gives you so little margin for error.
Several nice moments in this exercise. His dismount, double front, well executed, and just that hop on the landing. But after a fall, it's just good to see him get back up and complete the routine cleanly.
We have only 1 gymnast to go. Tsunagai will carry on leading. 12.7. A mark and a half lower than qualification. Great young gymnast. He'll keep developing. On the subject of great young gymnasts, here is someone who's aiming to trying to deprive the Japanese of what would be their 7th gold medal at these games in artistic gymnastics. Altan Doğan of the University of the Aegean, Ege University. 8th best in qualifying, 13.866. He's a gymnast to really watch over the next few years.
We're witnessing a young generation that is beginning to come through in Turkey. And he is certainly a big part of that. Really, oh dear.
Again, uncharacteristic, and it can happen.
Yes, and One might say that actually it's part of the process of being in major international competition under the lights with everybody watching you. Just learning how to get a hold of your routines and execute them the way that you know how to do. So many gymnasts talk about how they have big falls like that. It's just part of the learning curve.
And one imagines that he would probably go into the training gym and do that skill the next 9 times completely normally.
Even straight after this routine, that might be what he does.
Just keep an eye on him. Altan Doğan, he's not going anywhere. He'll get better and better. Still a new senior, one of the youngest men in the final. He trains at the same club as Ferhat Arujan. Knows a thing or two about the parallel bars.
And what the Turkish men have now is a tradition of excellence. Young gymnasts like him can look to the Ferhat Arajans of the Turkish team, and it's not just Arajan, though he is one of their standouts.
And that generation, they're not just great gymnasts, they've all been doing their coaching degrees, they've all been studying not just undergraduate but postgraduate qualifications. That's why so many of them competed at the last World University Games and at the one before. So again, we see that coming together of sporting life and academic life. It's great to have elite athletes to guide you as the score of 12.233 comes in, but if they're good coaches, even better. We confirm a 7th gold medal in artistic gymnastics at these games for Team Japan. This one is won by Tsunogai Tomoharu, the reigning junior champion of the world on the parallel bars. He's just won his first major individual title as a senior. That's going to be a special moment in his career and in his. Moon-Gon Young winning the bronze medal. Great reward for great games. And Orka Shinosuke taking silver. You imagine if you are Moon-Gon Young, you'll think, I'm pretty content with finishing just behind the bronze medalist at the Olympic Games and the reigning junior world champion. The classified results in the men's parallel bars competition. Moon-Gon Young of the Republic of Korea takes the bronze medal. A 10th ahead of him, Orka Shinosuke of Japan. And just ahead of the pair of them, Tsunogai Tomoharu, also of Japan. It is a 7th gold medal for the Japanese team in artistic gymnastics at these games. And let us look back before we look forward to the next final.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's artistic gymnastics parallel bars final.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die Sieger im Gerät und Finale Barren.
Please welcome the medalists.
Bitte begrüßen Sie die Medaillengewinner.
The medals will be presented by...
Die Medaillen werden überreicht von Donatella Sacchi, FISU Technical Committee Chair Artistic Gymnastics, Vorsitzende des Technischen Ausschusses der FISU für Gerätschon.
The gifts will be presented by...
Die Präsente werden überreicht von Sarah Voss, Artistic Gymnast, European Championships Bronze Medalist, a two-time Olympian, zweifache Olympiateilnehmerin im Gerätschon und Bronzemedaillengewinnerin bei den Europameisterschaften.
Third place and bronze medalist representing Republic of Korea.
Dritter Platz und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille für die Republik Korea, Moon Pyongyang.
Second place and silver medalist representing Japan.
Zweiter Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille für Japan, Oka Shinosuke.
First place, gold medalist and Ryan Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games Champion representing Japan.
Erster Platz, Gewinner der Goldmedaille und der Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games für Japan, Tsunogai Tomoharu.
Ladies and gentlemen, the FISU anthem.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die FISU-Hymne.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Ryan Ruhr 2025 medalists.
Liebe Zuschauer, die Rhein-Ruhr 2025 Medaillengewinner.
The medalists in the men's parallel bars competition at Rhein-Ruhr 2025.
Go get your share of true.
more to come. Next, the victory ceremony for the women's floor competition.
This is now.